So I have to greet people. I'm already nervous about that.
Don't be nervous, dude.
All right.
We're sitting in my van at a lake.
Yeah. So, hello, friends. We're here with Aiden Miner. I'm Phil Spencer, and we are in Bellingham, Washington, and we wanted to talk to you about some native people called Death Cab for Cutie.
Yeah. Local band.
So Aiden's our unofficial
Godlike musician, ready to play songs.
Yeah, those are the words I was going to use. Thankfully, he's here to give them to me. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Death Cab for Cutie, man?
Death Cab for Cutie is awesome. So there's 3 colleges in this area. They met at Western University, and I think they started playing around 97. What's cool and why I like Death Cab so much is because, Phil's my best friend. We've been listening to Death Cab for Cutie since we were, I don't know, this is before I knew you. When the album Plans came out, I was probably like 6 or 7. One of my favorite tracks, Soul Meets Body, was like our family song. Anyway, Death Cab for Cutie had a huge influence as to why indie music kind of became what it is, you know?
Heck yeah.
They're just awesome, man. Just like that kind of like beautiful, depressing music that you listen to when you're super down, but it makes you feel better.
Heck yeah.
Even though it's super depressing. Just one of my all-time favorite bands.
Would you compare them to Weezer?
No. Holy shit, I had an ex-girlfriend. Compared them to Weezer. They're nothing like Weezer.
You said they were Weezer without the power chords.
Yeah, total bullshit.
Yeah, I wouldn't draw lines between those two people, those two bands. So they are from Bellingham, yeah?
Yeah, they're from Bellingham.
Would they go to the schools here?
Yeah, they went to the Western, and I think they all dropped. I think a few of them dropped out. Chris Walla, who's a guitar player, is no longer in the band anymore. They have a new guy. I don't remember his name, but he fills in pretty nicely. And then the rest of them are just the original players.
Heck yeah.
Some of them are still local to the area, which is rad. And then I think Ben Gibbard and a couple other live in Seattle now. But
heck yeah. And we got to see them all at Traveler's Rest last year.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
It was kick-ass.
He showed up and he stood up on stage and he was like, "There's one main reason I came here today, and it's so that I could state for the record once and for all that me and Colin Malloy are not the same person."
Colin Malloy is the lead singer of the Decemberists, and
the Decemberists put on the Travelers
Rest. Yeah,
the
festival we were at, and they looked really similar back in the day when they both were a little chubbier, and they both had the same reverse pork chop sideburns and haircut, but yeah, different people. Ben Gibbard's really thin now. The only thing that's weird about him is he spits on stage. I don't understand why the fuck he does that. A lot. He just spits all over the place. He'll play and sing, and just loogie after loogie as he's singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's his thing, so.
Well, he's talented,
he can do what
so
he wants,
he has his
man.
rights.
He started the revolution of indie music.
The bass player threw his pick, and I got it.
He did.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, everybody thinks they're from Portland, you know?
Well, everybody thinks everybody's from Portland, because everybody kind of hits
anybody hip and in the indie music genre is from Portland.
Yeah.
Maine. Portland, Maine.
Yeah. Well, awesome, dude. You have a song for us.
Yeah.
From Death Cab. Do you want to play that for us?
Let's do it, man. This is one of my favorite ones off their album Narrow Stairs. It's called Grapevine Fires. So, let's see if I can get it going. Let me start on the right fret. Up, the fire spread, and the grapevine seemed left for dead. The northern sky looked like the end of days, the end of days. A wake-up call to a rented room sounded like an alarm of impending doom, to warn us it's only a matter of time before we all burn, before we all burn, before we all burn, before we all burn. Bought some wine, bought some paper cups near your daughter's school where we picked her up and drove to a cemetery on a hill, on a hill. We watched the plumes paint the sky gray, and she daffed and lived in the field of graves. And there we knew it would be alright, that everything would be alright. Report on the radio said it was getting worse as the ocean airs fan the flame. I couldn't think of anywhere I would have rather been to watch it all burn away, burn away. Firemen worked a double shift with prayers of rain on their lips. They knew it was only a matter of time. Doesn't do him justice, but it's a good song, man.
No, dude, you're incredible.
Thanks, bro.
So you were in a band in high school, and what's your music background?
Yeah, so I was in a few bands. Nothing too special. Started out with some of my best friends who they had a band going, and I was like filling in, like playing some like tambourine parts, just kind of fucking around. And then one of them went off to college. The girl in the band, Mariah, started dating this guy, and we kind of hit it off and started a band called Cap That Wombat. And we were pretty much just a cover band. But it was pretty rocking for like 15 and 16, you know?
Yeah.
We used to fill up this little coffee house and just play shows. Just our favorite. We just spent time learning our favorite songs. It was, I don't know, it was more of like showing our hobby off than like we're in a band, come check us out. Like,
yeah,
we weren't writing our own music really, you know.
It was kind of what you guys did.
Yeah. I mean, I ditched school every day, flunked one of my math classes because I ditched every day for a whole year, so that we could just do this, and then we would basically like showing it to people.
Heck yeah.
So it was fun, man. I've written a few songs on my own, but nothing too great yet. I need to keep going with it. I need to put more time into it. But yeah, and then everybody, the guy who was at college kind of came back, and we worked on an EP together. It was mostly their idea, but again, kind of filling in and doing stuff and bouncing thoughts around. So we recorded this EP with a group called Longbird, and then after that, everybody went their own separate ways.
They were really good though. Like, yeah. And there are a lot of like local bands that kind of struggle, but like Bobby Brown, who is kind of the head of that like creative process,
project,
he really put together some incredible songs for you guys.
Yeah, him and his sister Mariah, they're incredible. She has a band right now. Spacing on the name of them. Malta Band. Malta band. With her and her fiance, and they're freaking...
Heck
they play shows all the time, so... They're still going on it. Yeah, man.
Well, that's awesome.
Pretty rad.
Well, anything else you want to share with us about Death Cab for Cutie?
If you don't listen to Death Cab for Cutie and you like music, then you're missing out on lyrical genius. and just it puts, I don't know, they put you in a mood that just totally sets scenes for being in a forest or going through a time, or like night driving music. Like, there are just so many things to me. His imagery in some of his songs while writing is amazing. There's a song called "Passenger Seat," and it's just one of like the happiest songs ever. You know, you just listen to the words and it makes you totally feel something. So if you don't listen to Death Cab for Cutie, then start, and you'll be happily surprised.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Aiden, thanks for playing for us.
Yeah, man.
And thanks for being here in your van.
There it is.
VanMiner. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. If you want to just listen to the music, we've got a separate playlist where you'll be able to just listen to him play. So if that's what you're looking for.
If you guys really like me, like the covers,
he's I think he's pretty incredible. But I'm biased. 10 years is best friends.
come get it.
Anyway, see you guys.
Take care.